There are 4 small habits that rot relationships over time, but most people are totally unaware of them. This is why 90% of relationships before the age of 30 end in heartbreak, or 50% of all marriages end in divorce. If you're watching this video, it means you're committed to creating a thriving relationship. This alone puts you ahead of 99% of people who are just sleepwalking through their life and in their relationship. These 4 small habits will give you the self-awareness and wake you up to what it takes to create a thriving relationship in 2023. So let's get into it. The first small habit is what you do first thing in the morning. This is such a critical time. What do you do? Do you roll over and check your phone? Or do you roll over and say good morning to your partner? Studies show that 71% of people check their phone as the first thing they do in the morning. And this is such a huge mistake. Up to 93% of communication is non-verbal, which means you communicate through your actions. And if you're waking up in the morning and you're more excited to check your phone than say good morning to your partner, what do you think that's communicating to them? That your phone is more important than them, right? The damage this does to your relationship over time is massive. When you wake up in the morning, you have such a great opportunity to set the tone for the day. Is it going to be a day where you're fully connected with your partner? Or is it just going to be another average day where you're both addicted to your distractions? Something that a lot of people don't realize is sex starts in the morning. If the sexual chemistry isn't there in your relationship, then this has a massive part to play in it. From the moment you wake up, it's your job to top up the love, connection, and intimacy in your relationship. If your partner doesn't want to have sex with you, but you've ignored them all day, can you see why? So habit number 1 is to start the day as you mean to go on. Give your partner your full attention rather than checking your phone first thing in the morning. And to help you out with this, I recommend leaving your phone outside of the bedroom when you sleep, or at the very least, putting it the other side of the room so it's not in reaching distance. Habit number 2 that you're probably not doing is noticing and calling out the things that you appreciate about them. The fish doesn't notice the water it swims in. It's really easy for things to feel normal, to take things for granted, to be totally unaware of your environment and how good you have it. Our brain is wired to be ungrateful because it's too busy focused on getting more and more things. To override your brain, it takes self-awareness and repetition. So what are the small things that your partner does to make your day a little easier? How do they make you feel loved? What does having them in your life do for you? How do they make your life better? These are things that so often go unnoticed within a relationship, but it's so important that you bring awareness to them, because humans are wired to repeat the actions we get rewarded for and stop the actions we don't get rewarded for. Think of it like you're teaching the other person how to treat you and how to love you. A human is very complex. We need an instruction manual. It'll be like building a rocket ship without an instruction manual if you don't teach your partner how to love you best. Telling your partner what you like by showing appreciation about certain things they do will help them out massively. Okay, the third small habit is reacting over responding. Reactions are so common within relationships, but I promise you, it's rotting the trust away. A reaction is when you get an external stimulus and you immediately react to it. Think about putting your hand on a hot stove and you immediately pull away. You don't even have to think about it, right? It's just something you instantly do. This is a reaction, and it plays out so much in relationships. The most common form is defensiveness. When your partner confronts you about something, even if it's small, what happens in your monkey mind, your ancient brain, is it senses danger. It feels an attack coming on in our environment, so instantly wants to defend ourselves. Our brain is so hardwired for survival that it's so overreactive in today's world. Thousands of years ago, it was really important that humans had this instinct, so when we were hunting in the Amazon or on the Sahara Desert, we wouldn't get eaten by tigers or lions. But in today's day and age, there's very little danger around us. Evolution has moved so fast that our ancient brains haven't kept up yet. So you must be able to override this automatic response. You must have the self-awareness to recognize when your monkey mind kicks in. The key is to regulate and respond. Imagine your partner said to you, "You forgot to take the bins out last night." A defensive answer could look like, "You have no idea how busy I am at work and running after the kids. You could have taken the bins out." Regulating and responding is when you pause and ask yourself, is this helpful and what's best for the relationship? Then you can take a breath, slow down, take responsibility, and say something like, "Sorry I didn't take the bins out. I wasn't very organized with my time. I'd love it if you could take the bins out when I'm running late after work." It is so important that you can cut out the reactions, because reactivity destroys the safety within a relationship. The fourth small habit that's destroying your relationship is how you speak about your partner with others and in group settings. How you describe someone else says more about you than the person you're describing, especially when it comes to your romantic partner. Because you two are meant to be a team, right? Having each other's back through thick and thin. It feels like it's you and them against the world. But instead, when it comes to speaking about them in front of others, you talk shit about them. This is extremely disrespectful and will break any trust that's left in the relationship. The most common reason people do this is when they have insecurities. They don't want the spotlight to be on them and face any criticism, so they want to deflect it, especially towards the closest person in their life, which is usually their partner. Get into the practice of always speaking highly about your partner. Raise your self-awareness to catch yourself out whenever you slip up. Our brain is programmed through language the same way a computer is programmed through code. So talking negatively about your partner will change the way you see them. But if you can actually speak highly about them, you'll appreciate them more. It'll change the way you see them into a more positive way. Bonus tip is being excited when you see each other. Even if it's only been 10 minutes, let the other person know that you want to see them, that you're excited to see them, that you love them being in your presence. Just this small action will boost the overall vibe in your relationship. Think about a dog, right? Why do we love dogs? It's because every time we see them, they're excited to see us. Can you bring the same golden retriever energy to your relationship? That every time you see your partner, you're excited to see them, you acknowledge them, and you love them. So they are the 4 small habits that are destroying your relationship. It's really important to raise your self-awareness within your relationship so you can catch yourself out if you do slip up.